Welcome to World of Free Sports. Today we take a look back at the first events of the 2023 European Freestyle Pro Tour. The world's best windsurfers are in attendance, but who can step up and become the next freestyle world champion? With each sunrise, our atmosphere is kicked back into gear. From millions of kilometres away, the sun heats the air, feeding the global weather machine. Our lives are ruled by this unstoppable force. For most, these rugged air movements are merely an inconvenience, but some have their lives destroyed by it. A select few, however, they thrive on it. Windsurfers, living for the wind, they travel around the world chasing each excited air particle. Committing to countless hours on the water, they hone this force of nature. The very best of them, they compete on the Freestyle Pro Tour. This is the story of the world's best freestyle windsurfers. Ready for 2023? Everyone is warmed up. Let's go. The 2023 season kicked off with a bang in Cape Town, South Africa. It's the first time the Freestyle Pro Tour has come here. And because it was the first time the event's been run here, it was an open event, allowing for both amateurs, professional freestylers and professional wave riders to enter.
I haven't been on freestyling for a long time. I don't even have a freestyle board anymore.
The location offered an exciting new prospect, a competition that could be run both on flat water and waves within the same day. Let's see how the fleet full of fresh new faces did on the flat waters of the Rietvlei lake.
It's getting pretty gnarly now.
I'm like way overpowered.
Toweling, it's super strong.
Conditions are absolutely nuking.
Everyone's blowing away.
It's so much fun. It's really windy out there.
With stronger and stronger winds, it was soon into the finals where we found two past freestyle world champions, a very promising young freestyler, Mathis Mollard, and Marc, one of the wave sailors with some secret freestyle skills. In an exciting super high wind final, it was Bosson, the 2022 world champion, who defeated the 2016 world champion, Dieter van der Eycken, for the win on the lake round.
We head to the ocean, probably double view for some jumping.
Cape Town was firing on all cylinders. As the riders arrived at the new spot, it was clear that it was going to be very hardcore out there.
Got logo high sets once in a while, so It's cooking.
The freestylers tried to keep up with the wave sailors on their home turf, but unfortunately stood no chance, especially against the mighty Marc Paré, who in the end managed to take the win. In the women, it was Swiss rider Pauline Katz on her debut to the Freestyle Pro Tour who took the win. The season was now well and truly kicked off and riders were ready to travel to another exotic destination. Welcome to Bonaire, to what is known as the mecca of freestyle windsurfing. So with good winds but overcast conditions, the single elimination rounds powered on through with few surprising upsets. Wowing and surprising everyone on the beach was local talent Nigel Hart, causing one of the biggest upsets of the single elimination and knocking out 2019 European and World Champion Yentl Kers. Meanwhile, returning from injury was Lennart Neubauer. After over 18 months out, he came back to competition with a bang and knocked out five-time European champion Steven van Broeckhoven. Another next-generation charger is Bodie Kempen, who managed to find his way all the way up to the losers final and actually put a stop to Nigel Hart to secure himself third place. The final was now sealed between Youp Schmit and Lennart Neubauer. Schmit was cheered on by his home crowd and showed us why he is the king of this spot.
An amazing feeling, winning on my home spot and with such good guys in the seating as well, you know. It's wow, it feels great.
So Youp Schmit is sitting in pole position, but what's next? Well, we've got the double elimination. That's the second chance comeback round where everyone is reseeded and then has the chance to fight all the way back up to the top once again. Being a part of the new Proving Ground series of the Freestyle Pro Tour, this event is the perfect platform for upcoming stars and rookies to try out competition for the first time. A great example was Leander Halm from Germany, who impressed with a number of moves, but none more so than an incredible no-handed Spock. The mixed fleet format was also introduced at this event with both guys and girls competing in the same elimination.
And competing with the men, it really pushed me.
The Norwegian Oda Johan impressed with a number of solid moves. Meanwhile, it was the 20-time world champion Sarah Quita Ofringa who had a good run in the double elimination, only to be stopped by Yentl Kers.
I think I did one of my best heats ever against Yentl Kers.
Kers was on one of his characteristic comebacks and dispatched many of the top seeds. Steven van Broeckhoven, Tim Gerdes. He claimed redemption against Nigel Hart and kindly removed Bodie Kempen from the podium to face Lennart Neubauer. What followed was an amazing display of modern freestyle moves between the two riders. A win against Kers would mean a lot to the young Greek, who was trying to prove himself amongst the big established riders like Kers.
Probably the best heat of my life, and with 5-6, I'm still a bit confused.
So with the crowds gathered, it was lights, camera action for the final. Youp Schmit versus Lennart Neubauer.
Obviously, Youp at his home spot is gonna light it up.
After his injury, his comeback, he's the guy to beat, man.
Both riders are matched up evenly at the beginning. But early on in the heat, Lennart Neubauer crashes. The young Greek decides to swap his rig in the middle of the heat. With the wind dropping, he hoped to gain a little more power to perform his biggest moves. Schmit, however, is relentless and fills his score sheet, putting Neubauer at a disadvantage. Despite Neubauer's best efforts, it was Schmit who once again claimed first place. Neubauer took second and Yentlkers third. From crystal blue waters, it was now on to the Chocolate Lake in Austria for the first big scoring event of the year. Neubauer was feeling confident after Bonaire and was ready for action. With competitors coming from as far away as Bonaire and as close as right here in Austria, the fleet consisted of rookies and seasoned veterans alike. On day one, the southern winds provided the opportunity to dive straight into the single elimination. As the day drew to a close, the winds backed off and with it the opportunity to complete the single elimination. 4 competitors were left: Sam Estev, Lennart Neubauer, Steven van Broeckhoven and Jacopo Testa. With the event drawing a solid crowd, the opportunity to expose freestyle windsurfing to a large audience presents itself. This lake was actually the founding location of the tow-in discipline, and once again it saw some innovation.
I've never done it, he's never done it. Double toe-in, synchronized moves. It's gonna be fun.
It was time for a synchro show where the athletes paired up and competed against each other in teams. In the final, 4 teams faced off against each other. It was the Bonaireans, the Belgians, the Dutch, and the tow-in maestros Sam Estev and Lennart Neubauer.
Team Belgium, Yentlkers and Steven van Broeckhoven. Team Belgium hatte diesen Applaus.
With suitable wind conditions forecasted at the crack of dawn, it was time to get on with the windsurfing competition. The single elimination final was on, and 6 a.m. was the start time. With Lennart Neubauer already through to the final, it was all about the semi-final heat between Jacopo Testa and Sam Esteve. The winner of last year's event, the Italian Jacopo Testa, advanced and would now face the rising star, Lennart Neubauer. Neubauer seemed at home in the light morning winds. Unexpectedly, the winds kept improving, and so the competitors dove straight into the double elimination, that second chance comeback round.
Actually, I want to finish it. I want to do it proper, so one win is just one win, so if I can do it twice, would be even better.
The first standout rider was the Dane Mathias Vingard, who defeated opponent after opponent, only to be stopped by the Bonairean Youp Schmit. Schmit, leading the tour after Bonaire, had to be sure not to make a mistake in this round.
But it was a lot of fun, eh?
Really nice.
Sick
Nice sailing, man. Beautiful scope boost, burner.
On the other side of the draw, Jamie Howard was on a tear, showing no signs of the injury he sustained at this event in 22.
Yeah, so far so good. 1 minute to go.
It's good to get out a heat before when you're here because it's quite a long way to the competition area.
Winning 4 heats in a row, he was only to be stopped by Jentel Kers. After losing out to Neubauer in the single elimination, Kers was on a comeback.
Not something unfamiliar I have done. I have done many comebacks. Unfortunately, I got stopped by a really strong Steven van Broeckhoven. You know, Steven is the man standing for so many years and he still got it, so I'm stoked for him.
Van Broeckhoven flipped a switch and produced the highest heat score of the event, time and time again.
Once you get in the flow, then it's going.
Really good moves. I'm super impressed about him and happy for what he landed.
Van Broeckhoven had stopped Kers, he defeated Esteve and Testa, and now found himself in the final against Lennart Neubauer.
I do what I can and just enjoy.
A battle of the generations ensued. It was between one of the most decorated riders on the world freestyle scene against one that has never won a single event before.
Winning the final is Lennart Neubauer.
It's my dream since I started windsurfing to win an event, and it's the first year where I was actually competitive. Well, it's a very special moment for me. The yellow lycra, as you might all know on the EFPT, means I'm officially the tour leader. Hopefully I can maintain it till the end of the year and get my first European title.
The title race was now alive and kicking. Before going to the next continental event though, it was time for another proving grounds event, the German freestyle battles in Fehmarn. Germany has one of the largest freestyle scenes in the world, with this event attracting more than 50 riders.
For the pre-rounds, we need some pre-rounds. Now it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
The competition saw pros, kids, amateurs and women. The elimination ladders were stacked.
The freestyle scene in Germany, I would say, is quite special.
All about fun, all about having a nice day on the water.
We try to grow freestyle in Germany, make a bigger awareness of the sport.
The concept, I think, that everybody that wants can be a part of it. You just have to be there.
Yeah, it's really a community project.
The German Freestyle Battles was like the first competition, especially also here on Fehmarn. It was the first time I was competing in freestyle at all.
We have competitions, but it's more about the freestyle spirit. To have fun on the water is more like a get-together.
But for sure, like when we are out there on the water, it's like also like really competitive actually.
Gusty wind out there, but besides that, it was good. Always good to be in the water with other people.
In the women's fleet, it was possible to run the whole single elimination in one day. In the end, the final came down to Elena Dominik and Lena Erpenstein.
Yeah, I'm stoked that I could show everything that I can.
Yeah, it's cool to see all the girls rip and that there's so many freestyle girls, especially in northern Germany.
On the men's side, there were a lot of heats to be run. The final saw two men, Felix Volkhardt and Julian Weimar, going toe-to-toe.
Quite cool. First time for me, so yeah, quite stoked about that.
The last stop on the tour that we're going to take a look at is a unique towing event in Vesoul, France.
It might look bizarre that we're going windsurfing in no wind, but actually if you think about it, when you stick your head out the side of the car, you have a lot of wind in your face and your hair's flying, there's a lot of power there. So we're actually using that wind.
The riders were excited and adjusted their gear to this specific discipline and prepared themselves for the eliminations.
Actually, I wanted to do like a salto, but it went out like a Superman.
Really cool that the quad was into it. I'm super stoked about it. It was a hard competition. Huh? The setup was nearly perfect at the end, and I'm just hyped to be in the finals.
To come to the middle of France, where I wasn't aware there was a windsurfing community, was super cool.
After the crowds met their idols from qualification, it was time for the finals.
super nice. It's so fast, and the wave, yeah, it's such an adrenaline rush. It's really cool.
It was super cool to be so close to the crowd. I think we really put on a show.
Yeah, Mike is always there, and I'm always looking up to her, like the queen.
I was super happy to be here.
Showmanship is the most important aspect of towing, which means that often risks are taken and crashes are inevitable.
Today it's a good day. I'm not sure if a Kamikuchi is possible.
After some disappointing results at the normal freestyle events this season, Jentl Kers was absolutely dominating the towing discipline.
Stoked to win, but I'm even more stoked to do a big show in front of a big crowd. Yeah, that feels good. I think the crowd just hypes me up.
That brings you up to speed with the Freestyle Pro Tour this year. Stay tuned for more as the fight for the 2023 titles draws to a close. That's it for this edition of World of Free Sports. We hope you enjoyed it. Until next time.